Hey everyone, so today we'll discuss about this NodePort services. So last class we already covered this cluster IP. So the NodePort service is what it is. So whenever your application you run, right? So that application you can expose on some port, and that port will basically open on your node. So if you want to access this particular application, you can access through this node IP and the port, and then it will go to the NodePort service, then cluster IP service, then your ports. Okay, so this is basically the flow. So I will just tell you how it is. Not how it is. Will you go and first create it? Okay. So let me just go here and Kubernetes series. Then we are what in services. So earlier we deployed one like deployment, right? So we are having this mydep and myf is running, so that's completely fine. So let me just open this service.yaml. So here you will see currently you have this cluster IP. Okay. So I'm just going to change this from cluster IP to the node port. Okay. And here you will be having this target port 80, and one more port you can give. If you give this node port, and the range of this node port is basically from I think, yeah, 30,000 to 32,667. So this is the port range of your node port. So you can give your port between these two numbers. So let's just give this 30,080. Even if you don't give, it will just pick any random port number between that. So let me just apply this. So now if I will just to get SVC over here, so you will see Nginx service, the type is node port, and here also you are having this cluster IP we get for this service as well. Okay. So now if you want to access your application, so you can just do the get nodes hyphen oy to get your node IP, and then what you can do, let me just increase the size. अरे यार हो जा. हाँ. So here you will see, okay, so you are having this internal IP and external IP is currently none. If I just try to access with this, whether I'm able to access or not, let me just check. So basically we can access using our node IP. And one more command we have using minikube, that also we can use, but let's just find out this colon 30,080. Yeah, it's working perfectly fine. So now you will see here key I'm accessing this particular pod on port 30,080. Okay. So currently here you will see we are running this. If you check the get endpoints of Nginx SVC, so these are the pods running, and if you just do the kubectl get pods hyphen o wide, so all your pods you can see right here 94, 90, uh, 94, 96, and 98. So here also you can see 94, 96, 98 are their endpoints. Okay. So this is basically your NodePort service. So now let me just quickly go through the take you to the flow, how the flow works. Okay. So yeah, first let's just discuss about this different things: port, target port, node port, what it is. So target port, you will see basically that's your application port actually. Okay, like for example, your Nginx runs on by default 80, and for example your Redis runs on some 6.3.7.9, and different 5.4.3.2 for Postgres. So these will be your target port of your application, whatever running inside a pod. And port is basically your service ports. Okay, so whenever like this is a service and these are all will be the ports. Okay, so this service will also having one port, that is the 80. So on this only the traffic will come first. And node port is basically your node ka port. So the port open on every node for external access. So yeah, and this is the range actually. So 2767. So actually not 677, 767. Okay, my bad. So now let's just go through the complete flow once. So whenever you use a request, okay, send a request to a node public IP address, then it will go to the node IP, whatever node IP we have, then it will hit this open port on any worker node. The NodePort service forwards it internally to the cluster IP service, and cluster IP service basically picks any pod, and then it request reaches to this particular pod. Okay, so this is the complete flow. And also what we can do, even if we scale our application, let's say currently we are running 4 pods, so even if we increase our application to 5 or 6 pods, so these pods also will get registered to our services. Okay, so that there is no any manual configuration you need to do or reconfiguration. Okay, still your request will reach to those particular pods. Now for you the task what you have to do, so that's the interesting thing. So you have to deploy this Nginx deployment with 3 replicas. Then you need to expose it first using cluster IP service. Okay, and then you can basically delete one pod manually and watch what is the service endpoints. And also you can switch to the node port and open the app at node IP and node port. Okay, and here also you can see if you will change the deployments label from app Nginx to app this, so what will happen. Okay, so these are the tasks which you have to do. So quick recap. So pods are basically permanent. Pods are basically temporary, permanent. I'm saying. So pods are basically temporary. Services are permanent. Okay. So these are the things we have covered in this 2 videos. So I hope you liked it. So next classes we'll basically go with the load balancer or ingress. So that we'll see. Okay. So that's it for this particular video, guys, and I will see you next one. I hope you are enjoying this particular series, and if you have any question, you just ask me in comment section, and also you can follow me on Instagram with the same username. So that's it, and see you next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching.